What do you really want? Do you really want to know what you really want? The reason why I ask this is because I think often we don't. At times we actually do know what we want, but I think there could be that you are afraid of knowing exactly what you want, or maybe you do know it, but you're afraid of actually speaking it out, voicing it, because it will ask you to do some things that you're not willing to do, you're not comfortable to do, that you're afraid doing. For example, maybe you're in a relationship and you know that the relationship has run its course, or you know that you haven't fully showed up, you haven't been vulnerable in that relationship. And in order for it to work out, you'll need to show up. So that, many times you might be afraid of that. You might be afraid of knowing that this current job that you're in is not where you need to be. And you're afraid of actually taking the steps to start looking for something else, to start looking for what you really want to do, and all of that. Sometimes it's more comfortable to be in the I don't know. I remember years ago, one of my girlfriends told me, once you know what you want, then, and it was actually in a relationship, she was like, and I was like, oh, he doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants. She said to me, once you know what you want, he'll know what he wants. And that's another, that what he wants. And that's another thing I want you to get in. If for you, it's a relationship where you might be thinking that the guy that you're with doesn't know what he wants, well, you may want to ask yourself, do you know what you want? Because often the reason two people who don't know what they want could be together. And once you know what you want, the other person will know what they want. And so going back to the question, what that you don't really want to know. Now, if you really want to know, I can tell you, one of the things that you can do is really ask yourself that question. And there are two questions that I thought, which one of them is the what do I want? That's very powerful, that I got from Deepak Chopra, and I thought it was so important. And another one is, before you ask that, you ask yourself, who am I? For me, when I ask myself, who am I, many times I come up with the answer is love, which means that I want to show up as love. I know I am love, and that's how I want to show up in every relationship, in every area of my life. And often I need to remind myself and ask myself that question again, because I may be showing up as fear at the time. And another question is, what do I want? And really take the time to sit with this. Really, really sit with it. And believe me, you will get your answers. And I wish for you that when you do get your answers, you'll really take action in order to have what you really want. Because when you know what you want and you're committed and willing to take the action, you will get it. And even for myself, and I asked myself that question the other night because I had some fear and some stuff come up for me in a specific relationship. And when I asked myself those two questions, one was, who am I? And the answer was love. What do I want? I want to be in a relationship where I feel comfortable sharing myself, where I feel comfortable being vulnerable. And I knew right there and then that as long as I'm doing the best that I can to show up as that, and the relationship is still not the way I want it to be, I'm still not feeling comfortable, then it means that that's not a relationship that I need to pursue. And I got that, okay, it may be tough, but if that's the case, then that's what it will go to. So again, I'm leaving you with this. I want you to ask yourself those two questions. Who am I? What do I want? And sit with them. And please feel free to let me know how it goes. If you want some coaching around it, as you know, you can always reach out to me to get a clarity call. And until next time, love and light.